Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. The wait is finally over. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Let's get a quick look at the Saints offense.
Obviously a tough test for this offense right out of the gate. Road game in game one of the new year. Conventional wisdom says, go slow, take care of the football. I think in this case, attack early and get the home team back on their heels.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right, probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Montgomery. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
That's a good shot.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Hey, check.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Bring it.
Operating from the gun, Love. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. From 4 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10.
On the ready. 2's coming, 22's coming, Mike.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The starting defense for the Falcons.
Von Miller is so good that he doesn't even need a nickname. His ability to bend and dip on the pass rush, unequaled in this league.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch QB drop. Check.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down.
Pretty quiet, team. Pretty quiet. Kill. Big rip.
Off the play fake. Herbert. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Herbert. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. $25 yards that time.
18 Gator, 6'6", pull it high.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. We own them.
On second down, Kamara. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Let's go now.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down.
Get it.
From the gun, Herbert. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. 8 yards on the touchdown pass as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Pittsburgh. 51. Here we go, D. It's just me.
Throwing on 1st down. Love. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Set, ready. 15 on it. Watch the out. Why? Give it.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Love. Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
He's not going to get me.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
50, plant.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Ready to go.
Now Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Face mask. Defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
22, watch the run. Watch the run.
Ready? Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert, that's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. From the gun, Herbert. His short throw caught by Goddard. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Okay, ready? 2's coming, 22's coming, Mike. Check tight. You go.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd. And goal.
Double time. Hey, we are.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dallas Goedert there to make the grab. And the Saints have taken the lead. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby!
Operating from the gun. Love stepping up. He'll try and run. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now a run with Montgomery. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward to get the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Love. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw. Herbert going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Herbert. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run, Montgomery. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. That one covers 29 yards. First down. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
51 to Mike, boy.
To throw on second down. Love. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28. Off-play action. Love going for it all. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd and 6. Now he's forced out left. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. It's their quarterback. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Now the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Ready, set. 45, check line 45.
Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up.
Kill. Hands down.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Let's go. Let's do this.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Ready.
Kamara. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Herbert. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
30 base.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert on the check down. He finds Kamara. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Will Lutz, who went to college a stone's throw from here at Georgia State, comes on for the field goal attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far, first and 10. And he will find Ridley, that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Second and 2. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to regain the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Point after try forthcoming. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Here's second and 7 now from the 28. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Plenty of good games to choose from in that early window. We'll highlight the one down in Tampa. A big test for the Bucs at home as they'll square off against the visiting Houston Texans. In the late afternoon games, one of the best of the bunch will be at Soldier Field in Chicago, where it'll be the Bears taking on the Oakland Raiders. And then one more to highlight, Monday Night Football. As folks, you'll see a good one between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Off the play fake. Love. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends are creating so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. They'll run on first down. It's Arnold. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Second and 4. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. From 4 yards out. And the Falcons push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again, Dallas Goedert marching back onto the field. And some of his highlights here from this game, he's nearing 100 yards, Parker.
And defenses have worked so hard at how to try to slow down tight ends. It was a lot easier, partner, in the old days because when they just lined up on the line of scrimmage, you either put a defensive end or a linebacker over them and tried to body them so they couldn't get off the line of scrimmage easy.
And now?
Now, when they split out, detach from the line of scrimmage, you put a linebacker out there. They're often too elusive for them. Shake them and get into the secondary too easily before someone else can try and pick them up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On the ground, Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Coming this way, here we go.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Here we go.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10.
No. Ready.
Off play action. Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 27-yard line.
Same two-stop. Here we go.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Big rip.
The first carry for Josh Adams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Herbert. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Lutz puts this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Second down and inches. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Looking to throw on second down. Love going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Love. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, his 2nd sack of the night. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th.
Crunch. 50. Mike, boy, 51. Hey, pick your game up. 51's Mike. Mike 51.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. He's got a rifle. It's caught at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Let's go.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Love for Keenan Allen. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a first down. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
All ball, baby. All ball. It's on.
No running backs in the backfield to help pass protect. All the receivers in their patterns. These are going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle.
Face mask. Defense.
Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Back to throw. Herbert. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. Looking to throw. Herbert. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, he's got a man, complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. From the gun, Love. Allen's got it, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Love. And a big loss loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He's going to fire one deep left. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 53 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
To throw on second down. Love. And he gets this one to Ridley complete.
Don't be scared of it.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. On third down, Arnold. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Ready.
And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that. That's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
The busy night continues for Kamara. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try to move forward.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for the Saints. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun. Herbert. That's caught. It's Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Yeah, good job.
Michael Thomas. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Back to the air on 2nd down. Love. He's going to float this one deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. From the gun, Love to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across. The 40-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Running with Kamara. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Check it back, check it back. Go.
Again, it's Kamara. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Ready.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Strip that ball. Watch the safety creep. Shoot.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Switch. Get it.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen.
Let's go now. 15, Lonnie. 15 line. Hey! Cut. 45 the mic. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Check 45. Come on. You can't block me. You can't block me. Now.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for New Orleans, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it.